Hi, Mounia. Very, very good morning. Today at IndustryXO Talk Show, we have with us Mounia Paptopoulou, who is the EMEA Consulting Director for GE Vernova. And we have her today discussing with us the role of AI in future factories. So to kick things off, Mounia, I would like to ask you our first question to set pace to the conversation. The world today is pushing towards decarbonization, and electrification plays a pivotal role. How do you see industrial electrification transforming manufacturing in the coming next decade?
Yes. First of all, Vinay, thanks a lot for having me. So in terms of electrification and decarbonization, I would like to start first. It's a perfect fit with what GE Vernova is doing today. So GE Vernova's main mission is to lead the world through the energy transition by electrifying it and decarbonizing it at the same time. And if we look at the manufacturing sector specifically, or the energy life cycle, we start with the power generation, and then we go through the electrification, transmission of energy, and then the last part is the energy consumption. And the manufacturing sector is one of the main aspects or main consumers of energy. So optimizing energy consumption within the manufacturing sector is definitely very important and key. And one of the main aspects that would help us drive this optimization is software, leveraging software and analytics.
So on a rough estimate, would I be right to say that the industrial and the manufacturing sector would be one of the largest consumers of electricity today? And as you're saying that software and solutions from the technological perspective can help improve efficiency, drive cost reduction, and have sustainable impact, one of the other things that we would want to see is that shift that you're talking in industrial energy that manufacturers should prepare. What is it that they need to look into right now to be able to do that?
So in terms of looking into right now, it's extremely important to look into the data, right? The data is the foundation. Without the data, you cannot have the insights to help you optimize, to help you improve efficiency, reduce costs, improve sustainability, and so on. So I would say one of the key things is have your data ready, be able to access the data, from different sources, and then from there you can start leveraging the benefits of AI, software, and different technologies.
So talking about data, and then you spoke about AI, and then there's been a lot of talk over the last decade about digital twins, which started off in the aerospace industry and now has been trickling down to other parts within the manufacturing space.
100%.
So in terms of how are digital twins and AI today working with data as well as in other aspects of factory operations, what do you see are the most impactful applications of these technologies that are going to drive that efficiency and sustainability that you were speaking about earlier?
Yes, definitely. This is a great question. Again, I just want to emphasize that definitely AI, digital twins will lead to huge benefits. Number one, we need to have the foundation ready. We need to have the data. We need to have the data contextualized. Once we have this, then we can then benefit from the different applications. Now, in terms of applications, there are many applications. And when we talk about AI, whether this is leveraging machine learning, leveraging Gen AI, digital twins, and so on. So to give you an example, one of the applications could be, which is linked even to sustainability, optimizing energy consumption. So one of our customers, a steel customer, right? They're leveraging electrification and AI at the same time. You know, steel, typically you have these huge furnaces. Back in the days, you used to leverage fossil fuel to run these furnaces. So one of the main aspects to drive towards sustainability is moving more towards an electric-fired furnace. So this was the first point. And then from there, this customer started leveraging AI, leveraging a digital twin, a process digital twin of their furnace to help them optimize the energy consumption. So basically, this AI model helped them understand what parameters do I need to change in my process in order to reduce my energy consumption. And it's estimated it can help them reduce energy consumption by around 10%. If you convert this to dollar value across the entire factory, across the entire enterprise, this is definitely huge benefits. So this is one example. Other example could be leveraging these digital twins or process twins to help optimize quality, to help predict quality issues, to help predict maintenance, predictive maintenance, to help predict downtime on automotive, for instance. One of our customers, major automotive customer, is leveraging these digital twins on their assets, on their robotic arms, to help them predict downtime in advance, and therefore helping them save huge percentages when it comes to efficiency and availability. So these are certain use cases. Other use cases, for instance, when we're talking now about Gen AI. So Gen AI, the other buzzword in the market at this point. To give you an example, last year during our user conference in November, we showcased to our customers, to different manufacturers, how they can benefit from Gen AI with applications like, for instance, the Prophecy Suite, right? And here the main benefit is optimizing efficiency, hands-free operations, for instance, and having the operators minimize the training needed for the operators on the shop floor. So what do I mean? So for instance, as an operator, I want to see what's the downtime on my line. I want to see how much I've produced, my production count at a certain period of time. I don't need to go to the dashboards, to a specific report in order to identify that. What we have showcased is we've integrated with Alexa, for instance, or any other virtual assistant, and the operator walking on the shop floor with just hands-free operations would ask Alexa, Alexa, show me the number of units I've produced so far. And just within seconds, you get the answer. So this is huge in terms of looking into the future, minimizing training, improving efficiency, enabling hands-free operations. So these are just a few examples.
So you right now mentioned about Alexa used as an assistant on a shop floor. This is huge news for a lot of manufacturers out there, that they could integrate existing available technologies plus learning models and machine learning to be able to actually leverage efficient operations on the shop floor and access information that would be critical to their production lines and their productivity norms. You kind of said that's possible with your Prophecy Smart Factory software. And based on a recent, quick read that I had, I saw that in a couple of years ago that Gartner Magic Quadrant kind of put you as a leader in the MES segment. How has this recognition helped you approach innovation and customer engagement in the manufacturing sector?
Yes, definitely. This is a very, very important aspect. So to your point, Prophecy Smart Factory, which has been in the market for more than 35 years, supporting manufacturers achieve various outcomes that you just mentioned. I would say it's the opposite. I would say that due to the customer engagement and due to understanding our customer needs, the future trends, working with our customers on that, that's what led to the recognition. And here I would like to emphasize that, yes, this has been not a one-time recognition. 2022, we were the leader on the Magic Quadrant. 2023, similarly, Gartner Magic Quadrant. Customer choice in 2023, Gartner Peer Insights, for instance. IDC, another status as a leader. So here, and here this emphasizes or shows when you get this recognition, we're looking at different aspects. We're looking at the vision within the portfolio, right? The vision of the software, which is related to product development, engaging with customers to see where to go in terms of product development, roadmaps, in addition to the ability to execute. Ability to execute, this is where the customer engagement part is very important.
Excellent, excellent. And also, today there are a lot of questions around moving to the cloud, especially in the manufacturing
Yes.
space. Traditionally, within the Middle East region, there is still a lot of reluctance to move their data to the cloud. And you guys have Prophecy Historian for Cloud.
Yes.
How are you addressing the challenges of data security and integration for manufacturers transitioning to cloud native applications?
Yes, yes. So definitely, well, the challenge or the resistance, let's say, we see is decreasing. So our Prophecy Historian, Native Historian for Cloud, has been released in 2022. And now we are moving more and more towards having a fully enabled cloud portfolio. For instance, Prophecy Smart Factory is completely SaaS solution provided at this point. To your point, definitely one of the key aspects in terms of resistance was security. And security in general within GE Vernova, within GE Vernova manufacturing is key. We have, for instance, our own cybersecurity organization, which looked into all aspects related to security from a product lifecycle management, all the way from the product development before it gets released, after it gets released, penetration testing, and so on. And definitely in terms of ensuring the data is encrypted in transit from on-premise to the cloud, and in the cloud is key. And from an integration perspective, I mean, when we look at the industrial sector, like Prophecy Historian, integration with many, many different vendors, whether collecting the data, whether being able to access the data is another key thing that we've been working on for more than 35 years. And this is definitely enabled today within the cloud environments too.
So recently you just spoke a couple of minutes ago about Alexa, and now we're talking about cloud.
Yes.
So does that mean that you guys are having a strong collaboration with AWS currently? And is there any aims to electrify and decarbonize the data centers that GE Vernova leverages with the AWS infrastructure? And how do you plan to leverage this partnership to drive sustainable energy solutions in the industrial sectors per se?
Yes, 100%. So definitely, we've been partnering with AWS for a long time. And recently, as you just mentioned, the collaboration across AWS data centers. And this partnership is specifically on GE Vernova, providing AWS data centers with the electrification solutions, electrification systems, power systems, in addition to collaborating with AWS by enabling our solutions on the cloud. So this is one of the key aspects. And from a data center perspective, definitely working with AWS towards their net zero goal by 2040.
Great. So we talked about AWS right now, and earlier we spoke about the steel company that is using smelters to melt their steel, and you're able to, use AI to predict the reduction in energy usage, resulting in significant savings. We're talking about energy consumption and optimization in data centers to improve sustainability of data centers. Are there any other regional or global cases that come to your mind right now that we would want to kind of, highlight beyond the energy efficiency piece and beyond the shop floor efficiency piece, which we spoke about with Alexa? Anything else that comes to your mind that you would like to highlight at this point in time?
Definitely, there are a lot of use cases. We've been working with across industries, the automotive industry, for instance, with Subaru, General Motors, helping them improve production throughput, with some of these companies achieving, for instance, more than 300% improvement in production throughput. Procter & Gamble, another customer we've been working with, for instance, for 15 years, helping them continuously improve their operations. One of the aspects, to provide you other use case, for instance, Procter & Gamble, we've helped them optimize the time needed in order to analyze and collect the data from the different lines, providing them specifically, saving them 45 minutes per operator, per shift, per line of savings. So imagine when this is translated into efficiency, how much improvement would that be? In addition to many others in terms of food manufacturers helping with quality, again, leveraging AI to help predict quality and help improve OEE and so on.
Great, great. While you were talking about process manufacturing and PNG,
Yes.
A story that I recently uncovered in India about human intelligence came to my mind. There is a FMCG manufacturer who is into large manufacturing of soaps, shampoos, and
Yes.
things. And they had a challenge with their production line. The challenge was that there was empty packets of soap bar soaps,
Yes.
reaching the retailer and then recognizing that it's empty. So they called in a bunch of consultants, technology experts at the senior management level, because the customer care complaint came in saying, we received this. And everybody was trying to find a technological solution. First and foremost, how did this happen?
Yep.
And how do we avoid this in the future? There were a lot of different plans drawn. And finally, everybody came to the site. And then the site engineer who was sitting, they came up with all of this. He kept observing them. It's a true story, and it's a very funny story. And he listened to all of them.
Yes.
And then finally, he just brought his table fan and put it on the production line. And put it on. Any empty packet that would pass would just fly out. So
Very, very interesting solution.
and they use it to date.
Wow. Sometimes the solution can be very simple.
Yeah, and this is human intelligence for you.
Exactly.
So, it always goes down to, I think usability sometimes, and sometimes problems do have a simpler solution, but where things like energy and sustainability are concerned, less is better, and finding ways to conserve as much energy, conserve as much efficiency would always help organizations propel to the next level of excellence.
100%.
With that note, I think I'm going to thank you for being a part of this IndustryXO Talks. And hopefully we will see you in future Factory Show and take this forward into a much more interesting conversation with GE Vernova. Thank you, Mounia.
Thank you, Vinay.
Thank you so much.